Taurus, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early October 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Taurus collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guides, talk to me. What do we got for our Taurus friends? In early October, it's Libra season. What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Taurus in early October. What's happening? What's going on? What's the vibe? How are we feeling? Oh, deck is being specific. There it is. Okay, we have our pal here with that interesting hairdo. Okay, he always reminds me of Hey Arnold. It looks like he's watching a movie. He's chilling out. It's Netflix time with him. Now, this is a big card of the past to me, and we're going to dig into it much deeper. There's like some nuance to this card, but before we do, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the October subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this card a little bit. Like I said, one of my favorite cards. I feel like that man is very stylish right there with that hairdo. He's wearing a nice little suit. But notice he's watching what seems to be a movie on an old school camera. Now, if any of you do have this oracle deck, you know that that image that he's looking at is another card that's actually in the deck, and they're both kind of reflecting on the past. This could also sometimes represent connections with people that we've known for a very long time. So for a portion of you out there, like maybe a person who have a ton of history, is being highlighted right now in the front end of this reading. But to me, I think of walking down memory lane. Sometimes it can represent things popping back up when this card is here. There's a lot of history. Another message I do give to this, since he is watching a movie, it could represent entertainment. So for some Tauruses out there, hopefully you're not feeling a little bored of things or a little dull. Some of you might need some better entertainment or to have some fun when this card shows up. So we're just going to leave it as is for now. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 cards in the upright, then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for the beautiful Taurus collective. What's happening, my guides? And while we get this shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled A Serious Situation. Now, the reason it was titled such is because I felt like either one, there's a situation you're going through that is pretty serious or needs to be taken more seriously, because I did get a vibe of someone trying to not brush something off, but take something lightly. So again, obviously doesn't have to hit for everybody, but to me, it felt like there was something that needs your attention. So let's see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. Let's get it going. 3 cards here for my beautiful Taurus friends. What's happening in early October? What is going on? And see if your energetic flavor is a little different from the other earth signs. Not so much with the 9 of Swords right here in the beginning. It's okay. Don't worry. It's just a small little start to this. So let's just put him down right there by the amethyst crystal. Maybe that'll make him feel better. Let's get a couple more. What do we got for Taurus? Seems to be a very common theme with all the earth signs. Okay. Good. So there's a very much up and down type of energy I'm picking up here. Fire air energy mixture here in the front. Let's get one more out here. So I could already tell this is going to be a layered one, my friends. Okay, lots of fire. Lots of fire. So we're going to have to talk about this. I love when aces show up at any time, really, but there's like an interesting volatility in the energy here, which could be good for some of you. But let's go through and do a quick overview. I'll give you the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into the juicy intuitive stuff. But at first glance, as I was mentioning, you know me, I always look at the elements first and how they play off each other. Very fire heavy here. Now, in the other earth signs this week, yeah, there's been this little wound tight type of energy, but there's been more earthy energy to ground them down. With all this fire here on the back end and the 9 of Swords, you know, I always say when we mix fire and air, that could be volatile. Now, that can be good. If you're in a situation that you feel needs change or progress or action. This could be the recipe, but at the same time, you know, the explosive energy could be a little unpredictable, so to speak. So we're going to have to go through it piece by piece and really start to build this out. Position number one, we're going to start with this because I can see these as being very positive on the back end, but we have the Nine of Swords. And you see this individual sitting there with the face in the hands, stressed out about something. Okay, so for some of you, this could just link to sleep if you've been having issues sleeping or you've been sleeping very light. I also say this card often shows up when people are having funky dreams, very vivid dreams, or spirits trying to speak to you through dream. With this card, I link this card to paranormal activity as well. So whether you believe in it or not, your energetic radar could be much more sensitive. So just know if you're stressed, anxious, nervous, whatever it might be, it could be because of you feeling the energy of your surroundings. The things and people around you could be affecting your energy. And I saw that for some other signs this week as well, that you might be more susceptible to the energy of your surroundings. Okay, but just to keep it simple with the Nine of Swords, it's stressed out. Right? This is not somebody having a blast. They're not having a great time. Okay, so again, since it's the first card, this is our starting point. Could represent problems or situations, but it improves as we move further. Because here in the center, we got the Six of Wands, complete and total victory. So it's like, yeah, we're stressed, we're anxious. It could be jitters. Some of you could have like jitters about something that's coming up where it's like, oh, I don't know how this is going to go. The outcome might be much better than you think it'll be, because we have the Six of Wands. Now you see this individual, they're marching in a parade. Beautiful. To me, this card is complete and total victory. This card often shows up when somebody is either under the spotlight, gaining some recognition, coming out on top. For a lot of Tauruses in this time, you might get kudos for things that you've done. I just really like it. To me, it's just a beautiful energy of just coming out way better than you thought it would. Okay. Now, aside from that, there is a challenge, because I always say there's challenges with every card. If you're connected to somebody that is extremely egotistical or ego-driven, you're going to want to watch out for this, because this is someone that needs a lot of attention or gets it or just wants it, right? So this card can be a little arrogant sometimes. Now, I'm not saying that's definitely the case. This could just be something going better than you think it's going to go. So it's like, I'm stressing about it. Well, whoa, all right, that went really good. So we're hoping that's what it is. And again, with the fire-air mixture, it could be a little unpredictable or explosive. We're just going to have to see as we clarify. Now, moving to the back end, we have another big spark plug showing up. We have the Ace of Wands. Now, all aces are opportunities. All aces represent offers as well, new things, new paths, new journeys. The big issue with them is that they're not fully realized yet. So this is an energy that's not fully matured. It's early stages of something. There's potential with this card. Aces can also represent communication, talking, and with this fiery one, it's back and forth, very similar to the Eight of Wands. Now, a challenge with this, and it could also represent your vitality and energy in general. So watch your energy levels, because the Ace of Wands could be prone to energetic spikes, kind of like what we're seeing here in the front. We have this energy that's really wound tight, then we have this one that's really up. It's like we're down, up, down, up, down, up. And with this Ace of Wands, that could do the same damn thing. It could be like full go or full stop. So we'll want to see what's up with this. But again, it feels okay to me so far. And I think there's going to be some complexity. And aside from your physical vitality, for some of you, the libido could be running a little higher. When we have the Ace of Wands, that's a good sign. But let's dive deeper on all of it, Taurus. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. Let's see what's happening for my good friends. What is going on? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Nine of Swords. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Taurus, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Nine of Swords, what's happening? Where's that Nine of Swords here? Thank you. All right, this could be a confidence issue. For some of you, I will say this with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and remember, it's not gender specific. It could be a couple things. For some Tauruses out there, watch out for any sort of financial strain. From my personal experience, knowing a lot of Tauruses personally, usually pretty good when it comes to finances and security and things like that. So I'm not saying all of you are going to be having issues in regards to work and the monetary. Just watch out for unexpected expenses or just little strains. Now, aside from that, when I see the Nine of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, it could be somebody that might not be super confident in themselves. I'm not saying it's you, but there could be a situation or something you're dealing with that has you feeling very unsure. Okay, because this Queen of Pentacles in the upright, if she was in the upright, is secure, stable, blessings, overflowing everything. In reverse, it's unstable and it's unsure. So when I see it under the Nine of Swords, I feel like this is just a baseline energy that there could either be a situation or something coming up that might have you feeling slightly off your game, or at the very least, just a little unstable. So again, watch out for career and money expenses out of nowhere too. That's another intuitive message I'm picking up. For some of you, it could be connections too, right? Like there's something just has you feeling a little uneasy. So we're going to see how it plays out, because remember, that's just where we're starting. We still have a lot to go. So we're going to keep pressing forward. I feel like that's a very simple couple of messages there. So let's see what that Six of Wands has. Now I want to get over to the fire. Let's see what's up. So why is that Six of Wands here? Why is it in mix? I feel like I needed another shuffle. So always go with the feelers, right? If I feel like I need to shuffle, I'll do it again. So why is that 6 here? Why is that Six of Wands here? Thank you. Oh, whoa. All right, we got the King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups himself, without a beard, holding a goblet, having himself a beverage there, having a good time. Total switch of energy here, my friends. And I feel like this could be extremely positive for a lot of you. Okay, so whether this is like an outside influence on you that makes everything feel much better, for a portion of you, you might be connected to a water sign, but the switch of energy is drastic here. So for a big portion of you, with the card of victory and the King of Cups, night and day with what we're picking up here. Night and day. I feel a lot of you could have a surprising or unexpected winner victory here in a very big way, because this one is like stressed out, unsure. This one is confident and just feeling secure. Okay, so whether this is two different people feeling different ways about a situation, or something going better than you thought, that's what I'm going to hope for you. That's what I'm going to claim for a lot of Taurus, is that something just goes fantastic. And it's like, okay, I didn't even need to stress it like that. Or I shouldn't have even stressed it like that, because I feel, again, a surprising or unexpected victory right here. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. So let's keep moving forward. Now, the King of Cups, if you're not connected to a water sign, it's emotional control, emotional contentment. But do you see what I mean? Like with the way the energy, it's totally different. Like stressing out, super confident, unstable, secure, happy. So it's like we have this flip-flop of energy going on. So to me, that tells me something could go either better than you thought or just pop in out of nowhere. Let's see what that Ace of Wands has. Again, with all the fire and air on the top, now we have earth and water in the bottom. I feel good results. So I hope and claim that a lot of Tauruses have a great week. So what is happening with that Ace of Wands? Then we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow. So what's it doing here? What is going on? Nice. Decisive. Okay, we have the Seven of Cups in reverse underneath this Ace of Wands. So I feel like I need to give a message to some Tauruses out there that either one, there could be a path or a decision that you make in this time where it's like you're narrowing things down. Whether it could be something minor, it could be something major, where it's like, okay, there's a variety of different ways I can go, so let's narrow it down. So I feel like for some of you, that could be the case. You might narrow things down and really shrink your list. Aside from that, when I see the Ace of Wands and the Seven of Cups in reverse, that tells me something that you are wanting is not a pipe dream. Okay, because the Seven of Cups in the upright, yeah, it's a card of options and paths, but it's also very daydreamy. It could represent fantasy as well. So in reverse, I think of something that's grounded, realistic with the Ace of Wands. Now, for a portion of you, whether this is an offer or opportunity coming in that's very realistic, or a goal that you have that is very realistic and possible, I do feel like you're going to need to act on it. Because remember, when it comes to aces, it's sometimes limited time only. Right? Like if you don't jump on an opportunity, if you don't make the most of it, that's when it could shrivel up at some point. So I feel like you're going to have to meet the universe halfway. But again, there is something here that is not just fantasy. It's not just a pipe dream. Okay, so a couple of different messages came through back there. And yeah, some of you, there could be a process of elimination with something too. So let's go through and do a quick recap. So lots of stuff came through for you this week. I feel it's much more positive than challenging, which is a good thing. You definitely have one of the better spreads out of all the Earth signs. But if you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the Nine of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So I did say, yeah, this could be somebody really stressing something out, feeling unsure, not super confident about something. So yeah, this could really indicate a problem for some of you that you might be experiencing. But if that's not the case, it could be overthinking. Watch out for any unexpected expenses too. But moving to the center, we have the Six of Wands with the King of Cups in the upright. So the energy does a complete and total flip. So this to me does feel like an unexpected or surprising win or victory. Boom, big. And like it just total flip. So there could be something that you might be stressing where it's like, okay, that is not even close to as bad as I thought it was going to be. It might actually be way better. Very claimable, especially in the center. Now, moving to the back end, we have the Ace of Wands with the Seven of Cups in reverse. I did say to me, it's either a process of elimination where you're trimming down a list or choosing a direction to go in. But I also got the vibe for a lot of you that something you are wanting or something coming towards you is not just a pipe dream or fantasy, but very realistic. It's attainable. So this feels good. You just got to meet the universe in the middle. So yeah, Taurus, please take a screenshot of that. Great energy, especially towards the back end here. So yeah, you can look into that further if you want. Let's see what's in the shadows. I picked up the wrong deck. There we go. So let's shuffle it up one time. What do we got here for Taurus in the shadows? Please. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end, just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing. So let's get you one. And yes, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. Put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel. And I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this card out here. What is happening? Thank you. All right, Page of Wands. Cool. So there is this good energy. Lots of people have been showing up in your spread too. Now, the Page of Wands does speak about pacing yourself in its shadow sense, because all pages are communicators. They're also students. So notice we have this good energy of new for a lot of Tauruses here. But what else do we know about pages? In their challenge, in their shadow side, they could be a little unsure. They could be a little shy. They could be a little bashful. So it makes sense with what we saw here in the beginning and in the end when this Page of Wands is in the mix. Now, since this is fire, if you're not connected to a fire sign, when I see the Page of Wands, it is all about pacing yourself, because this page can hit things with a ton of gusto. It has like the energy to like hit something hard, but it can burn itself out. So in this time, especially with the Nine of Swords, make sure you're recharging the battery. Make sure you're not draining yourself. If you're going through any situations that do feel draining to you, maybe take a step back for the time being, because you don't want to run your batteries too low. So yeah, Taurus, I like your reading this week, my friends, and that's what I got for you. So don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the October subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my digital calendar for the month of October at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. But for the October subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of one of my favorite decks, the Tarot of the Owls. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. Second, let me know down in the comments, hypothetically, if you had to get a tattoo of a tarot card, which one would you choose and why? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love. I'll see you again soon.